Ramsey, Aubameyang, oh brilliant! He took it first time and with devastating effect. Put through by Steve Bold, would you believe it?
I don't want to waste what's left. The storms we
Life in the game, according to the referee, and Bergkamp certainly life in him.
No, I don't want to waste what's left. And on we'll go.
Henri, what a goal!
Dance through the highways till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
He's in again, pushed out by Bartes, Wiltor!
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Blind Gooner. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight for this Q&A. Listen, I'm going to get to some of your questions, so do fire them in. But first and foremost, keep smashing that like button, please. It's so important for you guys to keep hitting the like button. Helps the growth of the channel, and we are growing fast. And yeah, on the road to 2,000 subscribers. So yeah, please do hit that like button. Would really appreciate it. Listen, I want to thank you all as well for the amazing response to Claude's tribute to Claude yesterday. It was a fantastic show under the circumstances, and yeah, it's already reached 4,000 views. So yeah, really humbled by the fact that so many people tuned in, and really impressed with that. So thank you, and let's keep it going. Let's keep that going. Let's try and get as many people tuning into these shows. That's what Claude would have wanted. Claude has always championed me and always given me lots of support, and let's keep it going in memory of him. So yeah, do keep tuning, check out my content, and yeah, listen, it's I said all what I had to say yesterday about Claude, and while this channel is going, he will never ever be forgotten. So yeah, and I want to thank everybody in the chat box as well who kept the chat nice and kept it respectful. And, I want to thank all the moderators for doing their jobs as well. And, you guys stepped up in the chat. You guys really did step up. When we needed a respectful show, you guys really what's the word? You guys really stepped up. So I really appreciate that. Listen, I am going to get straight into it. I'm not going to hang around. I'm going to get straight into your questions. So bear with me. Bear with me while I scroll down all these questions. I'm going to start from the top. So let's start here. Let's kick things off with this Q&A. Liam Vince says, Tottenham to win the league or Arsenal to get Arsenal to be relegated? Jesus Christ, that set the tone. Do you know what? I'm not sure. Honestly, not sure. This is a tough one. Do you know what? I'm probably going to say Arsenal to be relegated, because I'd never ever want to see Tottenham winning anything. So yeah, that's how much I hate Tottenham. Arsenal to be relegated. Big up James Dunlop. Let's have a look here. Big up Ricardo. Let's have a look. Ricardo says, I hope Terry and Diesel feel better. So do I, mate. So do I. Have a look here. Scroll past all your evening, Omar. Big up to you. Big up. Ruran Ordine, thanks for tuning in. Big up Alpha Training. Big up John 1886. Big up Justice. If Arsenal don't play tribute to Claude, that's it for me, says Ricardo. I really hope that they do. Honestly, do you know what? I really hope they do. But it's out of our hands. It depends on how many people sign that petition. Evening, Joanne. Last night's stream got 4,000 views. The fact that you didn't monetize it shows what kind of a person you are. Yeah, that's exactly it, mate. I didn't want to do that, and I could have easily done it, but I didn't want to do that. It was all about paying tribute, paying respects to Claude, and I didn't really want to do that. It's not what I am. Never been about making money on this channel. I always say to you guys, it's with the super chats, it's completely up to you whether you put them in. It's not compulsory. It's completely voluntary. But Claude was a friend, and you know what? I never wanted to make money off something like that. That's just not what I stand for and not who I am. So never gonna do that. Big up Zidane as well in the chat. Will Arsenal do a minute clap in the 58th minute of the game? I don't know. Do you know what? They probably won't, because there's no fans there. There's no fans there. But they'll probably, if they do anything, it'll be a minute silence before the game. Big up Stan Kroenke, with the name Stan Kroenke. So Claude was realist out there. He was absolutely he was. And I'm gonna miss him. I am. If they don't, I'm watching Everton from now on, says Ricardo. Big up Jamie. What would you do with Reece Nelson? I'd sell him. I don't think he's good enough. I'd honestly sell him. I don't think he's good enough. Worst away ground I've been to, Stoke. That ground is a shithole. Absolutely shithole. I can't stand the ground. I can't stand the people. They're not friendly. The stewards are a pain in the arse. Yeah, Stoke. Big up Ranchi. Big up Joanne Smith. Aubameyang and Lacazette know who Claude is, and I'm sure most of the players do. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they probably do. What is the worst Arsenal performance you've been to? Do you know what? I've been to so many. Probably the 4-0 loss to Liverpool in Arsene Wenger's last season. That was probably the worst I've been to. Big up to the Spanish Tony Pulisiao. I like that name. I'm good, mate. Thanks. What's my favorite moment with Claude? Do you know what? That's a tough one as well. Let me try and answer that. Let me come back to you on that one, because I need to think about it. There's so many. Oh, I miss Claude reading my super chats, ripping you about Man United. Yeah. Big up Chadwick as well. Big up Static as well. How far would you? Do you know what, Randy, mate? You're a joker. You're a joker. Marta says thoughts on Leno. Leno, I don't think. Do you know what? I don't think he's as bad as what people was making him out to be. But is he good enough to take us to that next level? It remains to be seen. You know, he's a good shot stopper. But his distribution's not great, and his passing out from the back is not great. What's my worst European away trip? I've not actually been to a European game because you know it's so hard to get tickets. Just to I've only had my season ticket recently because do you know the waiting list was like 10 years, so I've not actually been to a European game. That's on my bucket list, and I was meant to go to Standard Liège when we were playing Standard Liège. I kind of never got there because my guide dog training happened. I was going to go to Olympiacos, but it was the same time I was in Australia, so never got there. And we all know how that turned out last season. So yeah, and then obviously, the pandemic. With the pandemic and all that. Claude has been a season ticket holder since the 80s. Claude has the club has to give tribute. Do you know Claude actually never was a season ticket holder? He used to get his tickets from his friends and that. Claude, I think he had a season ticket, but then had to give it up. I know in the latter years because I said to you last night, Claude. I'd always used to give Claude my spare ticket. He used to always sit with me with my spare ticket. So. Who is the best out of all of Wenger's unknown European signings? I don't know. That's a tricky one. I guess Thierry Henry wasn't really known, was he? When he comes to the club, he played for Monaco, but he wasn't really. We got Arsenal Manic. Yeah, big up Seamus Moore. Lots of you in the chat tonight. Hit the likes, guys. Jade, you've changed your name. Have a look. Big up Dan. The 5/10 says Randy. Big up Melina as well in the chat. Canada entered third lockdown today. I can't handle it anymore. Jesus, everywhere's going crap apart from the UK. Let's have a look here. If Arteta wins the Europa League this season, would you trust Arteta to do well again? It's a difficult one. Probably not. I mean, if he wins the Europa League, then he'll have achieved his objectives for this season. But it doesn't take away the fact that he's had a poor season. We can't forget about the first half of the season with the crap defeats. Let's have a look. Have a look here. Trying to get past all you guys bigging it up. Martyrs, I can answer this question for you. So I have a screen reader which reads all the comments, chats, and all the visuals. So yeah, I have a screen reader that I can read all the comments out. Zidane says thoughts on Maitland-Niles. I don't know. Honestly, it's tricky. It's a tricky one. I'm not sure. I honestly don't know. I think he can be sold because of finances. I think that Arteta's probably looking to try and get enough, finances, because our finances are limited. Big up to the person with the handle named Unai Emery. I'm sure that's not your real name. I'll keep this name until he's fully out. Mark Overmars says Chadwick is the best European. No worries, Jamie. Thanks for tuning in. Big up Cheddar. Said it's so weird to see the UK in a better position than anybody else. It is. Worst Arsenal signing. There's loads, Liam. Mustafi, Granit Xhaka, Kolasinac, Ozil. For me, it's Ozil because of the type of it's tricky. It's tricky. My thing is Ozil because he came with expectations, ripped loads of money out of the club, and just didn't perform. James Dunlop says, any advice on moving to a new stadium? Our stadium's due to be completed in 2024. Don't expect miracles, mate, because when we moved to a new stadium, that's when it all went fucking south, didn't it? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, don't expect any miracles with your club because, when we moved to a new stadium, everything started going wrong. If I had to pick one player from the banter era, 2009 present, who would it be as a coach? None of them, really. Didn't trust him as a player. I ain't gonna trust them as a coach. Melina says UK will go into lockdown after Easter. No, I don't think so. Like, there's loads of people being vaccinated, and we've got quite a high percentage. Big up Paul. He says, love your vids and missing Claude. You and me both, mate. You and me both. Let's have a look here. Let's say Arsenal are, and there's lots in chat. How many is in chat? I've not looked at the chat box. There's loads of you tonight. Loads of you in the chat box tonight. So big up to you. Cheddar says, let's say Arteta stays. Let's say Arsenal kept Arteta for another 5 years. Where do you see Arsenal? That's a tricky one because it depends on how much money they spend, and it depends on the kind of business we do, and it depends on how well we move forward as a club. And it also, I guess, depends on when they start letting full stadiums back in. But that's a tricky one to answer, Cheddars. Big up Tubbs as well. K030 says, how do you watch Arsenal play? So this is really interesting. Arsenal have audio commentary. So I use an audio commentary service. It's the same one that I use when I did watch-alongs. I would listen to the game, and yeah, they do audio commentary service where they tell, it's a bit like radio. If you ever listen to Five Live, or I'm not sure which part of the world you're in, but if you've ever listened, if you're in the UK and listen to Five, kind of similar to that. That's the probably best way I can describe it. It's been a while. It's Tubbs, mate. It has been a while. How do you judge a player if you're blind? Just wondering. Have no hate. Well, I guess I pretty much answered that with the audio commentary question. Thoughts on the Liverpool game, says Omar. I think we will win. I'm going to save that for tomorrow's preview. So I'm not going to answer that here, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow's preview. Tubbs, you got engaged. Congratulations. Good luck to you. I probably shouldn't say this with my wife next door, but good luck to your prison sentence starting. Nah, mate, seriously, good, congratulations. And she knows I'm only joking. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. I don't think we should invest too much into Arsenal or football. Just treat it as spare time hobby. You know what? There's far more important things in life. And do you know what? You're so right, Arsenal Manic. There are so many important things in life. Let's have a look here. I didn't even realize you had a new trim, says Omar. Yeah, mate, I've shaved off all the hair. Jesus Christ. Let's have a look here. Rattle through these comments. Who do you think is the GOAT? Daniel says Joanne, Messi, or Ronaldo? Jesus Christ. I don't know. That's a tricky one. For me, Messi. Messi all the way. Big up Roadmap FC. Thank you, mate. Thanks very much. I'm doing well, mate. Yeah, I'm missing Claude, but Claude would want me to carry on bringing you guys content, and Claude. Anybody who watches Claude's channel knows that he's always, every time I go on there, he's always said, I should get up to 5K and all that. And you know what? I'm doing this channel because I enjoy it, but I'm gonna make him proud, and because he would. I'd like to think he's up there, and I'd like to think that he's still giving me the support. And I said this as well, right, yesterday, and I don't know if I said it on stream, that my subscribers has gone so sky high over the last day or two. I've gained like 100 odd subscribers, and I like to think that Claude's has something to do with that, because he always did. Every time my channel grew, and it was always Claude promoting it, and this channel wouldn't be possible without Claude. You guys would not know about me. a few of you might have seen me on AFTV, but a majority of you are subscribed because Claude, spoke highly of me, and that's I can't. I can't get over that. Claude was just one in a million. There's nobody like him, and the world has lost the football community and everybody that knew him personally have just lost a good guy. Big 32 in chat says that's nice. Our fans definitely allowed back in 2021. Yeah, so they're doing 10,000 at the end of May, and then they're doing open it from up next season, because the 21st of June is when all legal limits are going to be lifted. Randy says nearly 1 week till Mania. Eric Jerdin says, sending all the love from Sweden. Thank you very much, guys. Do hit the like button, guys. Please smash that like button. It helps the growth of the channel. It really does. It helps the growth of the channel. And, it's nice to see all you guys in the chat. Really is. Big up Victoria. Thank you very much for tuning in. Nice. Do you know what? Big up to all the new people. And this is why I wanted to do a Q&A as well. Because, all the new people don't know me. All the regulars know me by now. But every time I always get an influx of new subscribers, I like to do a Q&A. So you guys can ask your questions. You guys can, and it doesn't have to be football related. It can be about my blindness, and, understanding helps. I know that it's unusual to see a guy with a disability on YouTube, and it's very rare. So I know that people like to ask questions, and I'd rather people in a setting like this on a Q&A that can ask the questions and I can answer them, so that if you guys come across any more blind people, you don't inadvertently say the wrong thing. And me, I'm quite open. I like to answer any questions, and the more people that understand, the more people that then when they do see somebody will know that, hey, listen, I'm subscribed to somebody who's blind, and they do a great job, and people become less judgmental then, and it's all about understanding. James Dunlop says, who's your tip to win the Champions League? Apologies if you can hear my wife in the background. She, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, because I did tip Atletico, but obviously that fucking didn't happen, didn't it? So, listen, I think it could be a Chelsea-Man City final. I really do. Victoria says, what other sports do you watch apart from football? That's interesting. So I watch, occasionally I watch WWE. I watch boxing. Big boxing fan. I'm hoping as well to get tickets to Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. I'm hoping, they come on sale soon when they pick a venue and all that jazz. But yeah, boxing, and mainly football. Dan, if we can have fans at the Euros, will you be going to Wembley to watch England? I ain't got tickets, mate. All the tickets are gone. I'd love to go, mate. It's my dream to go and watch England in a major tournament. But yeah, I ain't got tickets, and I don't know anybody that can get me tickets, but I'd love to go. What did I have for dinner? Pork chops. Love pork chops. Messi all day. Big up Taib. Not answering that question, Taib, you dirty fucker. Big ZH, big up ZH.H. When will Arsenal win the Premier League again? Jesus, that's a tough question because it depends again on how Arsenal approach these next couple of seasons. But my gut feeling, I'm probably going to say about 7 years. Let's have a look here. What have we got? Let's have a look. If I'm not answering that, time, I'm not answering that. Hopefully, Claude and the Bansters will invite you on the channel more. Yeah, I don't know, mate. Now, do you know what? It was only ever Claude that had me on, and I, I'd like to still think I could do that weekly regular show, but if I'm being honest, it's not going to be the same without Claude. Do you know? And I don't think Terry would do that. I may be wrong. He might continue it. He might still get me on. I don't know, but it's such a shame as well because I planned to do. Me and Claude had just spoken after the show last Wednesday that we sorting out. He was as I know he was being my co-host on the pre-match build-ups, and yeah, that's just such a shame. If I support, don't you get on in it as well, Liam? I get enough of these questions from Randy. He said, if you supported Man United, would you want Ollie sacked? No, I have no interest in Man United. I couldn't care less. It's all about the Arsenal. I want Granny Norton, says Randy. Joker. Yeah, smash the likes. Smash the likes. How many in chat? Because there's got to be at least over 30 of you in chat. Let's have a look. If this was one big prank and Claude reappeared, I would forgive the prank, mate. I'd love it to be a prank. I'd love it, but sadly, I don't think it is. I'd love it, mate. Elon says, "Do you see in dreams?" Do you know what? This is a really interesting question. And I don't want you guys to delete the comment or anything. And it's not a sarcastic comment. That's a very interesting comment, because I actually do visualize things, what they would look like, because I have a little bit of vision in my left eye, light and darkness and colors. I do actually visualize stuff in my dreams. Big up Leon FGC. Said RIP Claude. Yep, definitely, mate. Hopefully he's at peace now. Let's have a look. Static says, when did I first notice I became blind? I was born blind, mate. So yeah, I was born blind. I've always been always blind. Favorite takeaway? I quite like a kebab. I like fish and chips. I quite like. I'm partial to a good burger. I love a good steak. So yeah, there's lots. Let's have a look. Eric says you're a top guy. Thank you, mate. One player from another team you would love to see play for Arsenal. That's obvious. That's easy, mate. Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe, all the way. If Kylian Mbappe, honestly, like he's I love that guy. If he ever came to Arsenal, I'd fucking love it. Kylian Mbappe, all the way. Let's have a look here. Sorry, guys. So bear with me. I'm working my way through as many of these questions as I possibly can. Joanne says, what player departure from Arsenal were you most angry with? Van Persie. Van Persie. That guy's a fucking idiot. Like, seriously. Yeah, Robin Van Persie. And you know what made it worse? Is that he said, you know, that I'm going to stay. And he had one good season and then fucked off to United. So, yeah, Van Persie. 33 in chat. That's not bad. That's really sound. Yeah, that's nice. 33 of you in chat. So do hit the likes, guys, because it's so important. It helps the growth of the channel. You know, it helps the channel grow, and nice to see you guys tuning into a solo stream, and there's so many of you in. Let's have a look. The wife to join. Oh, got mate. She has as well. Jesus Christ. Let's have a look. We got Grant McRoberts as well in the chat. Hope you're well, bro. Yeah, ZH, mate. It is. It is, mate. Let's have a look. Where are we? Who do you think is better, Robertson or Tierney? I guess probably Robertson, just because he's actually managed to win things. Tierney's not won things yet. I know he's won things at Celtic, but what I mean is he's not won things at that next level with Arsenal yet. So it's got to be Robertson for me. Would you have Man City reject Aguero? No, I wouldn't, because Aguero, I'm not sure. What kind of Aguero are we going to be getting? Because he's aging now and he's got a lot of injuries, and I'm not sure it's worth the risk, especially with the money that we could be paying for him. We could put all our efforts into keeping Balogun. And yeah, I'd rather do that than waste money on Aguero. You know, Aguero's a top player. Roadmap FC says, if you didn't support Arsenal, what other team would you support? None, really. Arsenal was the only team I, really, really fell in love with, really. This is a really good, interesting question. ZH says, what's the common misconception towards blind people? That we can't lead a normal life. So all of the time I get, oh, how do you have fun? How do you do this? How do you do that? Like, in terms of how do you go to clubs? How do you go to pubs? Or how do you go to bars? And, so yeah, that we can't lead a normal life. And that's down to the RNIB. I do blame them for a lot of people's perceptions, because they advertise blind people like that we need round the clock care and that we have carers 24 hours a day, and it's not true. Absolutely, it ain't true. And they do it because they want the money, so they paint the worst picture possible. But yeah, listen, blind people can lead a normal life, and I'm sure you guys are finding that out. Eric says, would you like to make a living from YouTube? Yeah, I love doing this. I'd love to. If I got enough viewers and enough people that buy into what I'm doing, and I'm almost at 2K. So yeah, I'd love to. And apologies for that. I'm going to go and shut the door in a second. So what are your thoughts on the Women's Premier League joining Sky Sports this season? I'm not sure. I think that's really cool, to be honest. Still so sad about Claude, guys, says Jack. Do you think ex-players should be in control of VAR? No. Because could you imagine a Tottenham player being in control of an Arsenal-Tottenham match and there's a big decision? No, I think that would be a recipe for disaster. Let's have a look. Big up Dan T. Have you ever been to a football game outside of England? No, I haven't. I'd like to. Really would like to. Do you hate it when people feel bad? Yeah, a little bit. Just because they shouldn't. Because I don't feel bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, they shouldn't. Is your wife should be an opera? That's hilarious. Who do you think is the worst player Arsenal ever had? I'm going to answer this in a second, but bear with me. I'm going to go and close the door because. There you go, guys. I'm back. Right, where were we? What was that question? Let me see where we were. Who do you think is the worst player Arsenal have ever had? I think I've answered this. So, you got Granit Xhaka, Ozil, Mustafi. Yeah, I think I've answered it. 49 likes. Jose or Pep? Pep for me. In each decade you have watched football, name the best player from each decade. So from my thing is, I only really started watching football Arsenal when I was 5, but you didn't really have concept of players at that age. So I'm probably going to have to start from, when I really started taking notice. So, it'd be the Invincibles. It'd be Dennis. For me, Dennis Bergkamp was the best player I've ever seen. Dennis Bergkamp. Let me know if I'm too. Just bear with me 1 second, guys. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, apologies, guys. It was getting a bit dark there, so turn on the light so you guys can see me. Randy says add Leno to the list. But yeah, the decade question, Joanne. Let me go back to that. Yeah, it's a bit tricky because it depends on who. It depends on who. So I would say Dennis Bergkamp was the best player. Then there was Thierry Henry. Then it's a difficult one, that question. Have a look. Eric says favorite Swedish player. It's got to be Ibrahimovic. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Yeah, for me, quality player. Absolutely quality player. Absolutely quality player. Ibrahimovic. So let's see. We are on. It says there's 31 in chat. Is that on YouTube? Is that 31 in chat on YouTube? It says there's 31 in chat. If there is, big up to you guys in the chat. Big up to you guys. If there is 31 on YouTube, that's what it's saying on my end. And that's the most I've ever had on a solo stream. In the live chat at one point. So yeah, that's really good. That's really cool. Let's have a look. Yeah, 31. Did you like Freddie as a player? Do you know what? I forgot about Freddie. Jesus Christ. I really liked Freddie. Yeah, I really did. Remember Diaby? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Where am I? Static says in the Champions League, if you had to substitute one player from the 2006 final that Arsenal lost to Barcelona, Lehmann got sent off. That's a tricky one, because I can't remember the starting who was playing that day, because I can't get over the fact that we lost. I honestly can't. I can't get over the fact that we lost, and I'm so fucking devastated that we lost. But we still could have won that, though. We still could have won that, but I don't know. It's just mad. What's your opinion on Cardiff City? What? I don't really have one, to be honest. They didn't do well in the Premier League, but yeah, I don't really have one, to be honest, Joanne. 34 on YouTube. Thanks. That's a good thank you, guys. A really good response. 34 people in the live chat. It's nice to see some new people as well, new regulars. What is your thoughts on the Champions League new format? I've not seen the entire what they're planning on doing. I need to have a look at it, Grant, because this week's been such a fucking shit week. Football's taken a bit of a back seat this week, and everything's just kind of merged into one. And if I'm being honest, all I can think about this week is missing Claude, and I do wake up every single fucking day since I heard the news, and you try and focus on football, and it's hard. So if I'm being honest, mate, I've not really looked at the format. Big up a blue whale. Big up. I love that name. That's great. So yeah, do hit the likes, guys. Would you watch the Arsenal games in the UEFA Conference League if they're in it? Like I say, I've not seen the format. What do you think about the female refs in League Two? And do you think Sian Massey should get a chance? She's a very good lined woman. I think. Listen, I don't think there should be any. I don't think there should be any reason why people should oppose female referees. I think female referees, listen, I'd even have referees with disabilities. Obviously, there's got to be limits to that because, they've got to be really fit and active. But I actually, if the referee's good enough, to me, it doesn't matter whether they're female or male. I think we should get away from this kind of culture of women can't referee football or women can't do this and women can't do that, because they're just as capable as anybody. So yeah, I'm all for it. Question Daniel says from the Blue Whale, or a Blue Whale, says what kind of software do you use to read chat? So I actually use a MacBook Pro. I use a MacBook Pro and I use VoiceOver, which is everybody who's got an Apple kit, whether it's a Mac or an iPhone or an iPad, can get it. So yeah, I use VoiceOver, which anybody can get it. You don't need to be blind to get it. It's on everybody's phone. It's in the accessibility feature. So yeah, mate, I hope that helps. That's what I used. Ricardo says, Miss Claude so much. Mate, I do. Honestly, 52 likes. That's incredible for a solo stream, and it's just me doing a Q&A. This is so fantastic. Big up to you guys for doing that. Absolutely. And I hope this channel keeps growing. And it's nice to see so many of you, because I saw so many yesterday for Claude's tribute, which was really what I wanted. And I said to my wife this morning, I said, it'd be interesting to see whether people still watch me, and come back and tune in and enjoy the content. And yeah, I've seen a lot of you in here tonight, and it's nice. I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoy you guys tuning in. And this channel is going from strength to strength. And that's because of you guys tuning in every single time. And, I'm so close to 2K, so close to 2,000 subscribers. I'm literally, in touching distance. And I want to get to 5K. I want to get to 5K because that's, a lot of you don't know this, but when I set up my channel, I got, you guys know I got a lot of help from Claude promoting it. And he asked me the other week after our show, he said, what's your target for your channel? And I said, 5K. And he said, I'm going to make it happen for you. And sadly, obviously what happened. So I want to do it for him. I want to make him proud and keep going. And I'd like to think he's up there looking down and smiling, and because that's the kind of bloke he was. And I want to do it for him as well. So anyone heard from Tracy? Static says, believe it or not, I still remember the lineup. Wasn't Freddie very injury prone? He was a bit injury prone, yeah. We hate Cardiff. I'm Bristol fan says. Let's have a look. Thoughts on WrestleMania? I'm not sure, mate, to be honest. I think it's going to be crap. Says Randy. Yeah, I'm not so sure, Static. I think we still had enough to win that game. Let's have a look here. Do you think the Invincibles gets the credit it deserves from non-Arsenal fans? Yeah, I think everybody I talk to gives the Invincibles credit, who's a non-Arsenal fan. Let's have a look here. 100% says James. Yeah, exactly, mate. What referee do you hate the most? Mike Dean. Can't stand that prick. Mike Dean's a total bellend. That's pretty cool. Technologies came a long way, says a blue whale. Yeah, that's really good, mate. Big up Anish. Yeah, thanks Anish. There was loads. There was like 100 people in the chat. I'd love that. Let's try and get that on a regular stream, like on a regular basis. But even on this stream though, there's like what 40 odd people in chat, 30 40 people, which is really good for me anyway, just going solo. Which is fantastic. Let's have a look. I had a feeling. No, I'm just. It's. I'm not having a hard time, Tubbs. It's just I like because you know me. I like to read most comments out, and I'm just getting through as many as I can. Big up Mike England. It says 5K will happen soon. Who do you support when Arsenal play Man United? Arsenal, of course. Randy, stop spreading shit that I'm a Man United fan. You're a bloody joker, you are. Arsenal Manic says, I'm hoping soon there'll be a treatment for blindness. Do you know what, mate, though? Like, I'll be honest, I don't know if I would want the treatment because, and the reason why I say that, and I'm going to explain it because a lot of people will go, what? You don't want it? You want to stay like that? Because you think I've learned everything. I've lived with it. I've had to live with it. If I were able to see again, I'd have to learn a whole new set of skills. I'd have to relearn to read and write. You think I'd have to start my life all over again? You know, I'd have to learn to walk without a dog. And don't get me wrong, I'd love to be able to do them things. But I think, you know, like I'm 31 now. I think if it would take me another 30 odd years to relearn that and you know, it's kind of strange, you know, like it's difficult. You know, it's different if I was one of those people that had sight and lost it, but because I can't really miss what I've never had, I've only just had the light and dark and color perception that I've had. I'm not sure I'd want to try and mess that up and change that. And also with those kind of things, there's a lot of risk. And I know people have had operations and it backfire and they've lost the little bit of vision that they've had. And so it's do you take that risk, you know, or do you just stick of what you've got and what you've known all your life? And I think I'd stick. Let's have a look here. Big up Ian says, sensitive question. How are you able to read the comments? So I use a screen reader called VoiceOver, which is anyone who's got an Apple product, whether it's an iPhone, iPad, or a computer, has the option. It's in the accessibility feature. But yeah, that's what I use to read the comments. Let's have a look. Aside from football, and do you enjoy any other sports? I've answered this, but I'll answer it again because I know there's people that are late into the chat. I like boxing. I'm a big fan of WWE. And yeah, those are the sports really that I watch. Let's have a look. Michael Oliver. John Moss says, James, this is about the referee question. Big up Simon Kodshad. Big up. Still remember your streams with Claude. Yeah, thank you, mate. Martin Atkinson says, John 1886. Dan says, hey, mate, the stream yesterday was great. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Thanks, Tubbs. He said, I wish nothing for the best for your channel. Thank you, mate. Are you doing preview for the Liverpool match? So, yeah, I'm doing a preview. I'm going to get a couple of guests on for the preview. So, yes, I will be doing a preview. I'm not doing watch-alongs yet because I kind of stopped them because they weren't really getting enough viewership. So, like, the last watch-along I'd done only got 5 people watching. And because I'd done solo watch-along, because it wasn't always possible to get guests on, it was kind of hard. So I kind of stopped them. But I do a pre-match build-up show and a post-game show. But if there's enough traction for the watch-along as my channel gets bigger, I've said this, guys, if there's enough people that want to tune into that, I would definitely be doing them. Static says, we all appreciate you for reading everyone's comments. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Blue Whale, but thanks for passing that on. Big up CM Punk in the chat. He says, my question is, how do you respond to comments? Well, again, I use a screen reader voiceover. What is your favorite music? That's interesting. I like a bit of everything. I like rap. I like rock music. I'm into pretty much a mixture of everything. Big fan of stuff from the 80s. I like their stuff. Imagine if you get your vision back and see through the lens of Terry, says Arsenal Manic. That's funny. That's funny. Bring one player from the Invincible season that isn't Thierry Henry. Who would it be? Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. Love to do boxing, but it's very hard to get into. It's not really. Got KG. Got a fresh trim. So you were 13, 14 when you just won the league. Yeah. I've been a fan since since I was 5. So yeah. Do you think Wenger was treated harshly by fans over his last few years, looking back now? Not really. Not really, no, because I think he should have left after we won the FA Cup in 2017. So not really. 57 likes. Big up to you guys. I'm going to put this up because it's a super chat. So thank you very much. He said somebody just put in the chat via Claude's daughter that Claude died of natural causes. Yeah, I read that comment, but thank you very much for your donation. Really appreciate that. Thank you for your donation. Mate, do watch alongs. I'm a new member, says Eric. I'm so close to 2,000 subs. Let's get it. Thanks, mate. You're an inspiration. Keep going. Thanks very much, guys. You're like Justin. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Jesus Christ. No, I don't, Grant. Static says I have to go. Take care. Thanks, mate. And thank you, guys. If you do put super chats in, it might take me a while to get to them, but I will get to them. So don't think that I'm ignoring you. I don't think that I'm ignoring them. It's just I'm working my way through. So I've been going for over an hour, so I'm going to read a couple more out. I'm going to get to the end of the chat. I'm going to rattle through these. What dog do you have? I have a Labrador, mate. A Labrador. Have I been to Wembley? Yes, I've been to Wembley. Liam, Vince. Yeah, Liam. I've been to Wembley. If you met Arsene Wenger and wanted to ask him a question, what would it be? Why did you stay so long? That's what I would ask him. Would I take Giroud on? Would I take Giroud on lower wages? Oh, Aguero. I think you mean Aguero. Not for me, mate. Not for me, because he's too injury prone, and we don't know what kind of Aguero we're gonna get. You know, we're not sure what Aguero we're gonna get. So I wouldn't take the risk. I'd put all the energy into keeping Balogun. Yeah, Arsenal Manic. I think that was to do with the lockdown. Lockdown got to him. Thank you, Issa Hender. I hope I've pronounced your name. And yeah, it's sad time. Wenger should have gone in 2014 after you guys beat Hull in the FA Cup final, says James Dunlop. Yeah, maybe. That's, maybe he stayed too long. So please join Lee Gunners watch along. Well, it's not up to me, mate. It's up to Lee. Listen, he has his own schedule, and I'd love to join him on the show, but that's up to him. Would you rather lose Saka, Emil Smith-Rowe, and Martinelli, or break the budget to sign Mbappe? Mate, I'd love Mbappe. I would really, really love Mbappe at Arsenal. I would love Mbappe. Roadmap says, have you tried playing football for the visually impaired? Yeah, I used to play. I had actually trials with the England team. I had trials with the England team until I busted my toe and then just lost enthusiasm for it. So yeah, I used to play. Grant says, I think lockdown's starting to get to everybody. He's a top bloke. He'd collab with you. Yeah, I'd love to. I'm a good friend of Lee Gunners. Good friend of Lee Gunners, and I like Lee. He's a good bloke. He's one of the real ones. Lee Gunner is one of the real ones. So yeah, listen, there's 27 watching on YouTube, so do hit the likes if you haven't done so already. Listen, I'm going to wrap this stream up now. I am going to be back with a show tomorrow. I'm going to do a couple of shows tomorrow. So I'm going to do my preview in the evening at 7 p.m. But I'll be back at lunchtime with another show. I'll think of a topic that we can talk about. So also, guys, if you're new to the channel, please turn on the notification bell as well. Please turn on that notification bell. It's so important. You guys will miss a lot of my shows if the notification bell isn't turned on. But yeah, listen, thank you to everybody that's tuned in. And the reason why I've gone so long is because there's so many of you putting questions in. And keep hitting the like button on your way out. And listen, I'll be back here I think maybe I'll do a show at 2 p.m. tomorrow. I may be back at 2 p.m. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you guys updated in the chat. But yeah, keep hitting that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Hit the like button on your way out, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Take care, guys.